This is the drive that got things going for the Denver Broncos late in the third quarter. You're going to get Bo Nix. He starts to cook a little bit here. He's going to find Courtland Sutton at the bottom of our screen right here working against Quinyon Mitchell. Eagles defense, they're going to come out here in cover one. They're playing man-to-man, but they got a spy right here. Obviously, Zach Bond allocating his coverage assets here to Troy Franklin. They key on film that Troy's obviously one of the key go-to guys across the middle of the field on a week-to-week basis. So Bond comes out to spy him essentially on this play. Let's watch it right here. Bo, good footwork, just fires here to Quinyon. But watch the top of our screen here. I just want you guys to watch right here how Zach Bond covers and how he's automatically peeling his eyes to Troy Franklin, because third down situations, crossing, they know that Troy has become one of those go-to guys against man coverage, and so now he just kind of takes that away. So now you get the one-on-one with Quinyon against Courtland. This was the beginning of something fun. Bo Nix finds Courtland Sutton right here in the slot with 7 seconds left in the third quarter. So it was the drive that really accelerated everything here. Now, they're going to catch the Eagles in zone defense here. We'll go over that here in a second. But they're going to pull Quentin Miners, Luke Wattenberg out. This is an RPO here from Bo, and they are reading right now. They are reading this defender. Now, they're going to bring Marvin Mims in motion across the formation here. They're motioning him out. Troy Franklin's running off. Courtland's just going to kind of run right here because he's got in between Cooper DeJean, right? Cooper DeJean, this linebacker right here. He's just going to run and find the soft spot here, hoping that DeJean is going to go up and take the curl to flat here with Marvin, and obviously hoping that maybe this linebacker's not in space enough to make the play. Courtland sits, and Bo just does a great job, right? As you can see, watch Bo's eyes right here. Let's key an eye. He's keying right here. Keep an eye on him right there, and he sees this window, right? Because he's thinking right now Cooper DeJean might be trying to go up here, so he fires this tight window shot just right here to Courtland, who just makes an incredible adjustment. And that right there is going to set up the Broncos in a good situation coming up in the start of the fourth quarter. J.K. Dobbins going to jumpstart things, obviously, in the fourth quarter here. A nice little 13-yard run. I love what they're going to do pre-snap. They're going to motion Nate Atkins over, bringing out backside to work and a kick against the outside linebacker right here. Whereas you're going to get down blocks here all across the board by the Broncos offensive line. Dobbins stays patient and just does a good job of finding the hole, getting skinny for a 13-yard gain. Watch right here. Little pause, little hesitation. Now he's reading, but watch. Now he's decided. He's zooming. Just fantastic start here to the fourth quarter for the Broncos. Dobbins has been so good. He's been such a great pickup for them here early on. So now we get the other angle. This helps us see where our blocks are. We know you're going to get the motion here. He's going to come backside and work against here. I'd say Nate Atkins probably has to keep his head up on this a little better, but you're going to get the down block, and you're going to reach right here initially, because what's going to happen is with these down blocks, Luke Wattenberg and Quinn Miners are going to double team right here on Jalen Carter. Mikey McGlinchey's working out right here, and then eventually Quinn's going to work up here, and Luke Wattenberg's just going to push right here, whereas you're going to reach block here from Ben Powers, and eventually he's going to work his way up to Zach Bond. So let's take a look at it. You can see right now Powers has good leverage right here. Now he's going to work his way up to Bond. Garrett's got to replace. Atkins has to kick out right here. Double team, good leverage here from Quinn Miners and Luke Wattenberg. One-on-one right here from McGlinchey. And now as you can see it unfold, Quinn, he's actually going to go out and try to move this guy. Whereas you're just going to get the seal on the shoulder right here. Good seal right here from Ben Powers. And then now it's just work your way up. There's no one there. Look at this hole. Love it. Look at this lane right here for J.K. Dobbins to run through. Bang! 13 yards. Broncos in business here. This was a heck of a damn comeback here by the Broncos on Sunday. Bo Nix is going to find Troy Franklin here in the slot in the fourth quarter to give the Broncos some momentum here. The Eagles, they're allocating their resources here to try to cover Courtland Sutton in this situation, right? Obviously, you got a corner playing on him right here. But what's going to happen is Cooper DeJean's going to blitz from the nickel, right? So you're blitzing right here, which means Tyler Bidet, who does a fantastic job, is going to pick him up in pass pro. Good protection from the Broncos offensive line across the board here. But you're going to get a drop back guy right here. You're going to get Zach Bond dropping back right here. You have help right here in the middle with a spy from this linebacker corner against him. So basically, this drop back defender is going to help out on any kind of in-breaking route from Courtland, right? Because you have a corner who's playing off right here. These guys can funnel him in. You have help with a linebacker, and then you got Bond getting depth here, obviously working against Ingram, single high safety right here, and then you got man-to-man coverage on this side here. And basically what you're going to get from Marvin Mims is a post route, and then you're going to get the out route right here from Troy Franklin. Runs a great route, but I want you guys to watch Tyler Bidet, and then we'll run it back slow motion. I want you to watch Tyler Bidet pick up this blitz right here. Gives Bo Nix a chance. Fires the shot here to Troy Franklin, who beats his guy. Let's take a look at it once again. Now, watch Bo. He's looking right here to Courtland, and he's seeing because Courtland's going to try to run an in-breaking route. That's not there, so he may have to throttle down. You see that there's 3 defenders here against 2 offensive pass catchers, so you're not going to want to fire that shot. So Bo, he shifts his eyes. He sees, okay, hey, Troy's got the move right here. Throws a beautiful ball to Troy in stride on the out route here to move the chains. First down, first and goal here for the Broncos offense in the comeback. J.K. Dobbins is going to punch it in here to cut the Eagles' lead to 17-10. Dobbins, obviously our focus guy right here, but loving what we're seeing here. You're going to get pull action here from Ben Powers. He's going to help out. You're going to get the motion and then backside kick out here from Nate Adkins. You're going to get, obviously, these guys working down, and then Troutman kind of chips there, but you're going to get the pull here from Powers. And basically when you pull, that means that you're replacing. So Luke Wattenberg's going to block down right here. And you're going to get, obviously, Dobbins following Powers here to pay dirt. And Bo knows right away, once he sees Powers pull and he sees the path that Dobbins has, like right here, as you can see, Troutman is going to kick out. Adkins kicks out. Follow Powers inside. Good blocks from Wattenberg, from Quinn Miners, from Mike McGlinchey, just all across the board here. Just everyone holding firm. And it allows J.K. Dobbins to get skinny behind his guys for a touchdown. Now watch Bo right here, hands up in the air. He knows it's a touchdown. Denver cuts the lead to 17-10 after the extra point here. Let's take a look at it from the end zone angle. We always get a better tell of our blocks, right? You're going to get the pull, the down block right here, and then you're just working. Paucheski was in at this point because Mike McGlinchey was hurt. Troutman working right here. Nate Adkins, bubble back, boom, boom, boom. This is just great. Love this. The Broncos brought some intensity here, right? You get the crash down, step down here. You're going to help block backside. You got the pull right here. Win your one-on-one. Win the double team. Follow your guys. Follow Ben Powers to victory. Powers suffered a biceps injury in this game, so hopefully he's not going to miss some time. If he does, it's a big blow to the Broncos offensive line. Sean Payton finally gets Evan Ingram going. He's right here in line on our screen. But what you're going to get right here is the Eagles in man coverage, okay? This is going to be the look that we get here, man coverage across the board. Initially, the corner is going to play man here on Marvin, but because you get the motion, he cheats down, and now he's playing over the top here, man-to-man on Evan Ingram. So you get your man looks right here, your safety over the top, and then this safety kind of playing backside to spy, man alignment right here. But because Marvin is actually going to motion into the backfield or behind the backfield, so now the alignment would essentially go here, here with these 2 linebackers. But because you have the running back coming inside right here, you're going to have this linebacker is going to pick him up. Because Marvin's going to swing back out this way, that's where you're going to get Zach Bond on him. Corner, obviously now on Evan Ingram. And then, you know, your coverage responsibilities right here across the board. And now because it's a passing situation, you're going to get the clear out right here. You're going to get Evan Ingram coming across the field. Troy Franklin, the routes are going to connect a little bit. And this safety is going to pick up here on Troy. It's going to help out Cooper DeJean inside the nickel. And then the goal ball right here from, obviously, Courtland Sutton. So let's take a look at it. Let's break it down. Just beautiful play right here. As you can see all this traffic right here. That's what you do when you run your routes tightly contested right here. You create some free rubs essentially because you have to respect space. And DBs have to climb under certain angles. It makes things very difficult. As you can see, the safety's picking up on Troy right here with DeJean on his hip because, hey, key passing situation here. We know Troy Franklin's one of those guys, and it leaves Evan Ingram wide open, who makes a hell of a freaking body adjustment here. Great throw from Bo. Great catch from Evan. This was what you wanted to see from Evan. The Broncos are figuring out how to unlock these guys 1 week at a time. J.K. Dobbins last week, Evan Ingram this week. Let's take a look at it. Bo just sets his feet. Nice body adjustment. That's why you brought in Evan Ingram. Plays like that. Courtland Sutton was cooking in the fourth quarter against the Philadelphia Eagles. He's going to catch the back shoulder right here against Quinyon Mitchell. The Broncos, they're coming out and they're running a little bit of an RPO here. Bo Nix is reading. not only just this linebacker right here, but he's also watching this safety to see if there is kind of space. Now, ideally, you're faking the inside handoff right here to J.K. Dobbins, and you're reading what these guys are doing. Now, with them pulling down and reading run right here with Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell, obviously the safety is going to try to cheat down a little bit as well. That automatically gives Bo Nix the indicator here that, hey, we got the one-on-one over here. I'm going to throw the back shoulder. That's exactly what happens. And this is an RPO. I mean, obviously, as you can tell, he's reading the guy, but you have a bubble screen at the top here from Troy Franklin, and then you got the inside stock block right here, whereas, hey, you know, if Bo's going to throw this to Troy, I got to get out here and get this block. So Bo does a great job right here, setting his feet. Look, he's reading, sees the linebacker filling up. He sees the safety cheating over here because guess what? Evan Ingram is right here. They catch the Eagles in a cover one, which means there's a single high safety. Everybody else is manned up across the board. And now Bo knows, hey, I got the one-on-one. Outside release from Courtland Sutton, throw it on the back shoulder. Beautiful backyard football. Watch this again, man. Just beautiful play here by Bo to Courtland. That was a big catalyst in the Broncos' win here on Sunday against the Eagles. What a play right here in the fourth quarter. It is 3rd and 15 Broncos country, a long field situation. The Eagles are going to be playing quarters coverage. What that means is this corner here, he's going to be playing underneath kind of that curl to flat. If it goes vertical, he's going to play underneath it because he has a safety cheating over the top. Obviously, you have a safety over the top right here. And they're playing quarters coverage on this side where corner and this safety are playing deep quarters. You got quarters over the top here from the safety underneath, curl to flat here because it's a single man route. If there's no one coming out to the flat, then ideally he's just going to match this route right here, which Marvin extends up the field, and he's going to sit at the first down marker here. And then Troy Franklin, obviously Eagles have been keying in on him on film review. Teams have been doing that here. Obviously what's going to happen is they're playing this inside out. Troy's coming across the field here, and he's just going to sit at the sticks as well. But this is going to Courtland Sutton up at the top of our screen. Does a fantastic job working vertical, selling as if he's running the go route, and then he breaks inside. He catches it, gets yards after the catch. Just a hell of a play here. You're going to get 6-man protection. Cody, what does that mean? Well, as you see, Tyler Bidet right here, Bo is going to motion him out right here. He's going to go help out. Okay, we got 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-man protection. Evan Ingram's going to block and then release out here for a route. But then you're going to get Courtland, as we mentioned. You're going to get Troy here working across the field, and he's going to sit. Bidet's going to protect. And then you've got Marvin working up the field right here, and then he's going to sit at the sticks as well. And then Bo just delivers an absolute freaking strike here on 3rd down. 34 yards, right? I maybe could have gotten away with an offsides there. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that. But look, as you can see, Courtland, you got the safety climbing over the top here, safety here, corners playing underneath of Marvin. I mean, if Bo wanted to, he could maybe try to fire a shot to the outside here, but that's a tough play to make, especially in this situation. You could go there, but obviously, as you can see, you have a safety or a nickel defender inside, an inside linebacker just kind of keying, safety over the top. So where's Bo going? He's going to his most reliable guy. He fires this shot as soon as Courtland is breaking inside, and then Courtland just does damage yards after the catch. This was such a fun game. This is, like I said, this is the best Broncos win in 10 years. They made every big play necessary when it mattered. Welcome to the show, Evan Ingram. Finally, Sean Payton is using his joker. Now on this play, he's going to score the touchdown. It's going to put the Broncos within 1 point against the Philadelphia Eagles. And obviously the rally, 18 unanswered in the fourth quarter to win. Now, we see the Broncos run this play action look, this boot action, quite a bit, where really you're going to have an underneath defender here in Troy Franklin who's going to run to the flat. Tyler Bidet's coming out as well to the flat. Marvin Mims is extending across the field here, across the middle where he's going to draw a safety. Courtland Sutton is doing that on the other side of the field right now. And no one really accounts for Evan Ingram right here because Evan is going to block down 1001, and then he's just going to release, and he's going to sit. And Bo Nix does a great job because they create flow, right? They down block the offensive line all the way to the left, right, which creates flow left. Now you go play action backside. You have a free defender right here, which really you're trying to throw quick at. You don't want to throw it to Bidet because he's covered here. You don't want a negative play behind the sticks here. So you have this route right here where you draw obviously a corner and this safety. Both of these guys are going with Courtland. Marvin is going to clear out this corner right here that's on this crossing pattern. And because you have flow here with obviously Troy Franklin and the running back, these two linebackers are going to overcommit as well, which leaves Evan Ingram wide open right here for the sit. Now here's big Jalen Carter, big guy, man. You get wrapped up by him, it might be over, except for Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is too fast. Hand down on the grass field there, able to stay up, fight for that extra yards. Touchdown, Denver. Let's watch it again. As you can see, the block right here from Ingram, he's going to sit. You get out here. You get Troy coming flat underneath. Marvin over the top. Courtland here. And they just really catch the Eagles' defense in a rough position. Vic Fangio always said, death by inches. The Eagles, they died by 1,000 paper cuts in Sunday's game. Big play there, Evan Ingram. Let's look at it from the end zone angle as you're going to see how they create flow here offensively. I mean, like I said, everybody is creating flow here. You're getting these down blocks just so you can get the defense and hopefully get these linebackers. The idea here is to get these guys to all flow downhill this way. You boot back, and now you have crossing options that are open. Marvin coming backside, Troy coming underneath, and then obviously Tyler Bidet. This is just, attacking different levels, and then the sit right here from Evan. So let's take a look. Down block, the linebackers, you see they don't flow. They're just reading. They're not fooled. They're keying this action here. And now you got John. Yeah, the Eagles, very disciplined, but right here, you get two guys running here to the same spot to cover two different guys. So you have three cover guys potentially on two. No one's covering Evan Ingram here. And Jalen Carter recognizes last minute, like, shoot, no one's there. Safety probably should have came down a little better on this one. Evan's going to fight for the yardage. Touchdown. And then the next play, it's a two-point conversion that gives him the 18-17 lead. Troy Franklin has an absolutely fantastic release right here. We're going to watch him here, but I'm going to give you the diagram as to how this play is going to go. Courtland Sutton's going to cross right here. You're going to get Nate Atkins out to the flat, and you're going to get Troy, obviously, a fantastic release, jab step inside, gets to the outside, beats the coverage, and is able to haul in this two-point conversion here on the road. They're going to catch the Eagles in man coverage. You got man right here. Safety cheated down here on Adkins. Right now, this safety's playing on Troutman right here, but you're going to get motion here from Adkins, so DeJean is going to bounce coverage. He's going to obviously bump down here now to cover the tight end. This safety's now going to follow Adkins on the motion. You get man here, and then really these linebackers, Zach Bond is keying here, and obviously you're keying right here. If Dobbins were to come out this way, this linebacker would pick him up. Dobbins comes out this way, Zach Bond's going to cover him, and then you have a safety that's going to help on anything inside here. And then once again, watch Troy Franklin right here. He makes this possible. Great release. This is something they practiced for the last couple of weeks. Bo Nix said in the presser. Just watch his release and watch him give that jab step inside to get the corner to commit just a little bit of an inch, which allows him to get open on a spin. Bang! Now he's in trail tech. There's no way he can catch up. Watch that. Boom! Now he's to the outside. Troy does the rest. Two-point conversion. I almost said touchdown. 18-17. This was the game-winning play. This was on the Broncos' final offensive series that had Will Lutz boot in the field goal that made it 21-17 here. I wanted to show this play, man, because I don't feel like we talk about Courtland Sutton enough right here. He's number 2 in terms of his alignment right there. You're going to get motion back into the backfield, so he's going to get one-on-one coverage here. I want you to see this, okay, because the Eagles are going to come out in man coverage where corner's going to be on Troy Franklin. You got a bunch formation right here, which is always tough. You have different rules. You have an up man who's going to play jam no matter what. He's going to obviously get the number 2 guy. You're always going to jam and play man here if you're in this position on the guy who's on the line of scrimmage. Those are usually your rules. Sometimes between these guys, you can work inside out. Like this guy would take whatever comes outside, he takes inside, but that's not how this works here. You're going to get man here. You're going to get Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant does such a fantastic job right here. I mean, this play could come open essentially for the Broncos. Pat Bryant's going to work right here, break back inside against Cooper DeJean, and then that allows the clear out here from Troy Franklin on the slant. Evan Ingram releasing on the wheel. And so your coverage is boom, boom, boom. You got these 3 guys here. And really this corner is in no man's land against Troy Franklin, right? He's playing off and outside against a bunch formation. You get the motion here to empty. You get the one-on-one right here from Courtland. And Courtland is just going to run, once again, you're just going to throw the jump ball, back shoulder here. Single high safety is going to rotate right there because the Eagles are sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're sending a lot of pressure here after Bo Nix. They're going after him here. They want to try to make a play. So once again, Bo's calling something to the line of scrimmage. Kill, 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 kill. All right, so if he killed it, this is the play that they're running. Boom, release here, slant, wheel, And then the go back shoulder jump ball on 3rd and 6. Beautiful freaking throw here from Bo. Great play here from Courtland. And just great design here altogether. Troy's going to come open underneath. Watch this. See, as you could tell, if this was going to go to Troy, Troy is wide open right here. He might end up having a touchdown here. But this is a designed one-on-one go shot right here. Courtland against Quinion. Bo was 9 of 10 passing here in the 4th quarter. Why not go to your number 1 guy on 3rd and 6 here? I mean, yes, you could have him open here. You look back on the film, it's maybe something you want to go back to here. But Pat Bryant does a great job here. Evan Ingram's going to be here. But this corner, he's in no man's land. There's no way he's going to track and make ground. If Bo throws this to Troy, there's just a big play. But you always take the one-on-one shot right here, especially with the flow of the game, how things have been going. Bo delivers a dime. Look at that. Go up high to the top shelf where the cookie jar is, where the kids can't get it. Big play, Courtland Sutton. He's the easy button for the Broncos offense. What a win for this Broncos team.